Hello everyone and welcome to another math lesson from me, Mrs. Helow. And we are doing our last lesson on customary units today. We have so far done the customary units of length and the customary units of weight. Today I am on page 69 and I need a darker pen than that. Hold on one second. Okay, and we are doing the customary units of liquid volume. You might also hear, instead of liquid volume, capacity. So I'm going to write that down too, capacity. So let's go ahead and write that in our index. Page 69, customary units. Liquid volume or capacity. Okay. Love this lesson because there's a long chart today, and you know how much I love charts. So there's actually 6 different boxes that we're going to make in our chart today. So I have to be pretty careful with how I space these out. The first one, I'm going to skip about 2 or 3 lines. So fluid ounces, F-L-O-Z, fluid ounces. The next one is cup. The next one is pint. The next one is quart. The next one is half gallon. And then the last one is gallon. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and box all of these just like we did with the other charts, just so it's easy to go from one to another. Okay, so the first conversion is actually going to be the one that's the most difficult to remember in this situation, and that is fluid ounces in cups. So in 1 cup, there are 8 fluid ounces. So I'm actually going to do my arrows like I did last time, first going this way. And I'm going to say divided by, remember we go small to big, we divide, so divided by 8. But then if I go cups to fluid ounces, I'm going to multiply by 8. Okay, here's why that's the most difficult to remember. Because the relationship between the next 5 are all the same. Here's what I mean by that. There are 2 cups in 1 pint. There are 2 pints in 1 quart. There are 2 2 quarts in 1 half gallon. And there are 2 half gallons in 1 gallon. So we have 2, 2, 2, and 2. So that means when we do our arrows this way, it's times 2. And we're going this way, times 2. Then we're going this way, times 2. And then this way, times 2. So they're all 2, except for this last one, which we're not going to worry about quite as much. So when we are doing our examples, in this situation, it's very possible to jump more than once. We did that when we did the customary units of length. We would go from yards to inches, where that was 2 jumps. Here, we could go from gallons all the way to cups. We could go from quart to fluid ounces. We can go half gallon to pint. It just might be more than 1 jump. So let's start with something easy. Example 1. 8 quarts equals blank. Okay, let's find quarts and pints in our chart. Quart and pint. So I'm going from quarts to pint, so I'm going to multiply by 2. And that's only 1 jump. So times 2, that gives me 8 times 2 is 16 pints. Let's do something a little bit more complicated. Example 2. 3 gallons equals blank quarts. 3 gallons equals blank quarts. Okay, let's find gallons and let's find quarts. So these are actually 2 jumps that I'm going to have to make. And I don't want to do this all in one step. I know it's possible to do it in one step, but for the sake of this and not wanting to make any mistakes, I'm going to just go gallons to half gallons to quart. Okay? So let's do gallons to half gallons. So I'm going to do times 2, and I have 6 half gallons, which is awesome, but that's not what I'm looking for. So now from half gallons to quarts, I'm going to do another times 2. And I end with 12. So I know it's 12 quarts. So 3 gallons equals 12 quarts. All right, let's do something even crazier. Example 3. 2 gallons, does it seem crazy, equals blank cups. Okay, look at what I'm going to have to do here. I'm jumping not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times I am jumping all the way to cup from gallons. I'm going to do step by step here, and I know every single jump is times 2. So from gallons to half gallons, I'm doing times 2. So I know I have 4, I'm just going to put HG for half gallons. Then I'm going to do another times 2, and I know I have 8 quarts. And then I'm going to do another times 2, and I know I have 16 pints. And then I'm going to do another times 2. 16 times 2 gives me 32. So I now have 32 cups in 2 gallons. Pretty crazy, huh? All you have to do is follow this chart and you will be fine. So let's go ahead and do our little measurement little box down here. So I know 1 gallon is actually going to equal 16 cups, which makes sense why 2 gallons is 32 cups. 1 gallon is also 16 times 8 for fluid ounces would be 128 fluid ounces. And then all the other conversions you can do up here on the chart. So without putting this away, because I'm definitely going to use this for my book for sure, I'm just going to make it a little smaller. Can you look at that? And then I'm going to go to my book on page 661. So 661. Okay, the first thing I'm doing is going to number 2. 2 pints equals blank cups. Let's look at my chart. From pints to cups, I'm going to do times 2 because they're right next to each other. So 2 pints times 2, I know gives me 4 cups. All right, number 3, 3 gallons equals blank quarts. If I'm going from gallons to quarts, I actually have to make 2 jumps. So I have to do times 2, 2 times. So 3 gallons is going to equal 6 half gallons. And then I'm going to have to do 1 more times 2. And I'm going to get 12 quarts. Right, 12 right there. Okay. Number 4, 6 quarts equals blank cups. I'm going from quarts to cups. Here's another one where I have to do times 2, 2 times. So 6 quarts is going to give me 12 pints. And then I'm going to do times 2 again, and I have 24 cups. Okay. Skipping down a little bit to numbers 7, 8, and 9. When you are comparing something, remember not to convert to the bigger number, but to convert to the smaller unit. So I have gallons and cups. Well, I know what 2 gallons is only because I worked it out in my journal, and I know that was 32 cups. 32 cups. So I actually know that these are equal, but I'm not going to convert this one. I have to convert the bigger one to a smaller number. Number 8, I have 4 pints and 6 cups. Again, let's see which one is smaller. Cups or pints, and cup is smaller. So I'm not going to change the cups, but I am going to make 4 pints into something cups. So I'm going to do times 2. I have 8 cups. Here I can see very clearly that 8 cups is going to be bigger. So 4 pints is bigger than 6 cups. Okay, same thing here. Quarts and pints. My bigger of the two is going to be quarts. So that's the one that I have to change. Pints is smaller, so I'm not going to change this one. But for 5 quarts, I'm going to have to multiply times 2 and get 10. Here I can see that 11 pints is bigger. Okay, here I'm just going to show you kind of how I'm going to fill out this chart. And we're not even going to do this part of it, but we know, because we already wrote down our journal, that 1 gallon is 16 cups. 2 gallons, we wrote down here, is 32 cups. So 2 gallons is 32 cups. Now, if you're trying to think, well, how do I find out these two? Let's look at the relationship here. If 1 gallon is 16 cups, and 2 gallons is another 16 cups, making 32, I'm just going to add 16 to that. So I'm going to very small write 16. So 3 gallons is 48 cups. And then I'm going to add another 16. 4 gallons is 64 cups. So you can kind of see the relationship there. Okay, on the page that I want you to work on for those homework pages for Schoology is you're going to do all of numbers 2 through 11. This is on page 663. And then on the back, just numbers 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. Once you finish that, take a picture of them and upload them to Schoology so I know that we are all doing our work and that we are all working so hard and all on the same page. And as always, if you have questions, please reach out, and I miss all of you. Bye.